All right, so monthlies are almost here. Just looking at the list that we are getting for what's coming out. So 5 wins give us 10 wild fragments. Pretty nice. 10 wins, 3 cosmic blessings. 15 wins, 10 Aurelian soul fragments. 20 wins, 2 silver reliquaries. 25, 1 silver star vessel. Yes. Everything's glowing because of everything's upgradable. So I've hit 46 wild fragments, and so most upgrades take like 40 wild fragments. Hello, Jubilant. All right, 30 wins, 10 Aurelian soul fragments, 35, 20 wild fragments. All right, so in total, we're going to get about 30 wild fragments from the monthly. We get 2 platinum vaults. So that's also decent. 4 silver reliquaries, and then gold star vessel, silver star vessel, and minor gemstone vessel. Just kind of looking through what we can expect. But yeah, I did my daily quest as I was preparing for today. I was getting some relics unlocked for the first build we're going to do, which should be very fun. But yeah, since I hit over 40, now everything is saying it's upgradable, which is a little annoying. This is something Riot needs to start working on, making a better UI or a better way to sort through stuff. Because just scrolling was fine when there was only like 20 champions, but now that we're close to 60, it's a little much. Yeah, the first thing we are going to do is try out a build with Lux with 4 starting mana. So tested out the incandescent baton. Yes, it does give you 1 extra starting mana for your Lux. So pairing that with Starforged, so we just start off at 4 mana right away. We can't have Chemtech because we don't have room. For Starforged, we need 2 relic slots, and in the 3rd relic slot, we need the baton. So we don't actually have room for a 3rd one, sadly. But I think it should be pretty interesting. Yeah, they definitely need some sort of filter and sort. That would be very nice. Whether that is just like filter, yeah, by regions, star powers, levels. I mean, I think star power and level isn't as important because technically it does filter through that. Like if you have lower star levels, they're all at the bottom normally. So it's broken up somewhat in that region. But yeah, something that you could sort like they have for sorting through cards. We can go exactly what you want. So if we look at collections, cards, they have a really good sort functionality if you can sort through what type of card it is, the rarity, which obviously we don't really need, but mana cost, the set it came out by, and just there's such a good sorting mechanism here that we obviously don't need something this intense, but they know how to make a good sorting system. So if they can just make something for the champions, that would be nice. Hello, Toast. Welcome. Glad you can make it. I wish I only brought up upgradable champs. If you have enough fragments for the specific champ and not wild fragments, yes. Because there's some of these that quite often I have to like go through and check, or just go up here and be like, okay, who do I actually have fragments for? Because yeah, there's some that's like aren't enough to do anything with. Like Darius, there's no Darius fragments anywhere here, but he's one of the ones that pops up. It's like, oh, upgradable. Yeah, I have so many stupid Lux fragments. Anyways, we have Lux. 4 starting mana should be interesting. I kind of want to go through and do a weekly for this one here. So if there's any of these that would be fun. Well, starting with 10 mana, that's useful. Spells cost 2 less, units cost 1 more. I think we'll go into Aurelian Soul. That's fine. Let's see how we do. It was like that in the past. Did you bring it back? Yeah. None of these really help us. Let's try a reroll. We'll just go for endurance. That's fine, I guess. Don't want to blow through all my rerolls immediately. All right, Sejuani with Power Overwhelming.
Trust nothing but your strength.
I hope this works. I know the baton works. I haven't tried them both together. I just unlocked the extra epic relic slots. But this could be pretty hilarious. Because we're already at 4 starting mana. If this Lux gets her Constellation, then you could start at 5 starting mana. So you can just play your Lux round 1. Which would be a little silly. Alright, so we didn't get the right...
Take a look at this.
Card. Oh, there it is. Alright, play this. We can play it for free. Get 1 extra starting mana. And we'll actually hold off. We want to play Remembrance. Oh, but we have... Oh, that is tough. I guess let's play this first because we can play it for free, which is always the difficult thing with Lux. It's like, do I spend all the mana for a big spell to get the mana back and then play Lux? Because she's not going to level then, but you could just play Lux immediately, but then you won't get that big spell going off.
Track them down.
Yeah, I think we'll just sacrifice this guy to get the damage in. Alright, so the only person they could kill is this guy right here. Let's get that rally going. And this is why starting mana is so crazy for Lux, because you can snowball it into even more mana. GG.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
Alright, assembly line, 6 cost, another mana gem. Oh, that's funny. This one's actually not bad. I think, yeah, sure. We'll go for another 6 cost. Extra mana, snowball it even more. If I'm Lux, cheat. Kind of, yeah. Alright, so that's a spell. We play Nidalee for free. Getting some more spells, and this has 2 of them. That'd be helpful. So let's go ahead and go here. We have the synergy for barrier. More champion items looks good. So Swain with unstable inventory.
Show them their place.
So we are testing the old Lux with the new Lux's weapon, the baton, plus Starforged gauntlets. So it's pretty fun. If you give Lux 1.0 Fear Cleaving Axe, it's a budget 2.0 Lux. A bit, but you don't really have any way to get Spirit on your units. So we're just going to have 6 mana next round.
No one's the wiser.
Another 6 cost spell. Could drop Shen with Scout. Sure.
The fate of mortals and spirits falls to me. I find them unworthy.
Can you play more than 1 Disciple of Shadow to discount multiple times? I'm not sure what you're meaning. You like have more of them equipped? You can only have 1 of each epic relic. So yeah, if you mean that, then no. Do we think they will attack? I think let's play this to see if they attack. If they do, we're going to drop Spirit's Refuge. Okay, they don't want to attack. So yeah, we'll drop our Lux.
Protect those who keep the balance.
Just show me an ally in need. I'll be there.
All right, let's go ahead and drop this.
Better, brighter than before.
It's a very simple build, but it is pretty handy, and you are getting the bonus of also getting a cheap unit at the start of the game, so just making sure you have something to play. Although when you're starting with 4 mana, it's not too difficult.
Control the mages.
Keep the peace. I sense an imbalance.
Let's actually go here because it's slightly less.
Take my skill.
So we're attacking already, and we have a whole other rally that we can go with. It really is cheating. It's so simple. It's just a ton of extra mana that you can then snowball into even more mana. You can stack cost reduction, especially with the rare relics. So you could go for multiple, like Scourge's Stash, to get up to 6 cost reduction. Or yeah, you can put like Disciple of Shadows plus Pack Powder Scourge's Stash. Denies fun. Yeah, I like that. Spell Shield's solid, but Black Cleaver just seems very fun, so let's grab that. And Poppy with Unyielding Determination.
Huh? You want me? Well, okay.
Yeah, Disciple, Pack Powder, Scourge's Stash. There's a bunch of ways to get cost reduction going. Although I usually don't run Disciple and Pack Powder. I normally just run like Pack Powder and Scourge's Stash. Let's actually hold on to... Well, we'll get rid of the Remembrance. We already have a 6 cost. Yeah, people love asking questions, and people love helping other people to answer them. So definitely don't feel bad about asking any questions. We could just drop Shen, sure. Which is kind of funny, just dropping him at the very start of the game.
Enforced equilibrium.
How expensive should your champ be if you want to play all discount instead of starting mana? I mean, I don't really recommend going full discount on anyone. I don't think there's a single build I do that's just nothing but discounts, because you normally want to have something else as well. So whether that something else is like going double cost reduction and then getting something, like for Janna, I like running double cost reduction because you can then play her for free and then you get another relic. Or with Pike, you run double cost reduction plus... let's actually go over here. Double cost reduction plus the Beast Within for that Overwhelm. Yeah, there's pretty much no champion I do full cost reduction. I've thought about it for Darius, because you could get him down to 0 cost, which would be a little funny. But yeah, I haven't actually run that before. We just out-ramp the enemy so hard that it's not like we're doing anything crazy. It's not like we're annihilating with Chemtech or anything like that. It's just the fact we have so much more mana that they can't do anything. Which is funny. They do have Unyielding, so we will take this a little bit slower and do our scout attack. Although we still have 2 rallies, so it's not like we're going to be struggling. Viego full discount looks like one of the best ones. I mean, you already get so much cost reduction from your second star power. I don't think it's as needed. I think, yeah, Disciple of Shadows is
Balance
good enough. Anything more than that kind of feels like overkill.
has been maintained.
Did a full cost reduction for Darius, and an Acel run was fun. Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of. I haven't tested it yet, but I was thinking double Scourges plus a packed powder. So you get your Plunder off and play Darius for free. Could be fun. Any advice for Viego versus Lissandra? I'm running Disciple of Shadow, Spell Shield, Beast Within. There we go. I was like, BW. Haven't Beast Within. That is solid. Any advice specifically for Lissandra? You do pretty well into Lissandra. Try to get your keep your Viego on the board if you can at all. I actually haven't had that much of an issue with Lissandra obliterating him, but having him on the board to keep their Watcher and start stealing their units, he is like the most powerful level up in the game, so being able to utilize that if at all possible is very good. Just try to scale up your Mist Wraiths. Maybe try to pick up some draw on your way. That's the one thing that you can really struggle with as Viego, is not having enough draw. Yeah, I think let's just keep going for the extra mana. Alright, shop. I don't really care about that cost reduction. Yeah, I think we're probably going to be fine. Sure, it gives us a spell to play. It's not crazy, but it's something. Alright, Gangplank with Perfected Mana Flow.
I accept your terms.
Don't go the route with an enemy power when summoned a unit Frostbite. Yes, definitely. That is actually... that's something I avoided in my run, but I didn't think about it. That is a very good point. Stay away from that Shaman, because it's just going to make it like hard counters you. For one, it makes all of your Mist Wraiths have 0 power, so that completely shuts down their scaling. It keeps your Viego from leveling. It doesn't give you the cost reduction from your second star power. So definitely stay away from that one. That one is very bad. I was hoping they'd fix Viego bugs before taking them to Lissandra, so I realize it's not necessary. Yeah, it's not really necessary. It's not a big deal. We could go for Spirit's Refuge. I think we'll just kill this one. I don't actually think I've gotten Helia for my Viego runs at all, actually. Like, it's definitely helpful, but I don't think it's as necessary as many other champions. Still good, without a doubt. Yeah, Frostbite Shaman is the worst for you, I think, in that entire run. Alright, we could drop our Lux. I think let's go for Remembrance. Gives us that extra mana anyways.
I rarely forget. I never forgive. Captain on deck.
I usually run Disciple of Shadow, Corrupted, and Leaf for Viego. Spell Shield just gets shredded too often for Ice Shard into an Entomb. That's true. Leaf is interesting. Would we rather have a unit? Yeah, I'd probably rather have another unit.
Define and contain.
You don't know what
Normally, I
you're
don't
doing.
care enough. Oh, I guess you're just trying to give your Viego. You're trying to give your Viego elusive if you're running also Corrupted Star Fragment. Which means you should switch the order, because you should say Leaf is first over your Corrupted.
Attack formation.
Alright, so Gangplank is going to be able to kill anything. Actually, we could have this here, and that would let it scale up even more. Yeah, some of these are going to die. Oh, well. My worst is the Watcher from Lissandra. When I see it, I surrender. Don't do that. You can definitely win when you see that. Especially if you're playing Viego.
Into battle with hearts aglow.
Trying won't do any good.
Yeah, if you're Viego, then the Watcher's usually your friend, not your enemy. Yeah, the Watchers. Both times I've actually defeat Lissandra with Viego, I was stealing their Watcher from them.
Pushing my limits.
I'll burn for what I've done.
Let's give this one barrier. Yeah, we're not going to be able to kill that with our spells. But we can try to kill the ones around it. And then if it attacks, we have our Spirit's Refuge.
By the light.
And now we'll rally. So this will have Challenger.
Corrupt the mafia from
So we can actually just bring it over here.
I know.
Nice. Sea Watcher use
Did we win?
suspension. Use the Watcher's fall as folder. I think you mean fodder. And suspension, I think you mean possession? Where you steal the enemy unit. Let's get Lux with Power Rift. That'll be nice. Getting on the board a little bit earlier. Anyone else use all their best champs for Lissandra before this update and now they can't get the rewards for the region? Yes, I am struggling with the last couple. Sure, this is okay. Because I need Shurima, but I already used Nidalee. Mage Seeker is fun. It'll actually be a little bit difficult for us, but we might just get it for lore-wise, or we'll just go for the spells chest. But let's go for Ash.
I'll lead the way.
Yeah, I have 2 left to do it with. I have the Runeterra region, which I tried a couple times with Jhin, and I think I just was having really bad luck. It was not working for me. And yeah, I haven't tried Shurima yet. I want to get some Constellation upgrades for the Shurima champions, but I've gotten nothing. Like, both Talia and Kaisa, who I'm really wanting to play, I have almost no fragments for at all.
The sun is shining.
It feels pretty bad. Okay. Let's give ourselves a epic item here. Perfect. Ah, that's not too bad.
Confine and contain.
You don't know what you're doing. A beacon in battle.
Pretty good for round 1. Oh, man. And round 2, we are at 6 mana. Oh, it's just kind of silly. Sure. We'll just stop that. I know they have other annoying cards, but I like to shut that down. Let's see. Who do we want to play? We don't have any major spells. We'll just drop this to get a 4 Demacia in hand.
Ten foes.
Alright, that's fine. Sure, let's do 1 damage here.
Gotcha.
Ash on Asol is the most annoying. Yes, she is very annoying. Budget karma doesn't exist, it can't hurt you. Yeah, pretty much. It is a very nice and simple build if you just want to play your Ashe, or not Ashe, your Lux. And just play your kind of normally, not really worrying about your build at all. And you're just getting a whole bunch of passive benefits. Like, you're making sure you're drawing something at the start of the game you can play. And then you just get so much extra mana. So we don't really need this. But this says copy me on the same targets. And it's going to make another spell. And it's going to be free. And if we go up here for Mage Seeker, when you play a spell that isn't Final Spark, create a Final Spark. We're just gonna we're gonna have a ton of laser beams going now. Yeah, let's go for Caitlyn with unstable inventory.
I'm on the case.
I've been trying to beat Lissandra with Annie using only rare relics. Doing fine until I reached Lissandra, and it was all downhill from there. I mean, I think my Annie build is all rare relics. I think I go with Grand General's Counterplan, Archangel Staff, and Ludens. Yeah, this will be pretty good. Oh, I should have re-rolled some more of my spells. Alright, so a lot of these require the enemy to do things. Oh, well. Yeah, we'll just drop Lux. She's pretty much the cheapest unit we can play.
Zon taught me to never let my guard down.
Thing is, we're making at least one spell every round. Yeah, I should have tried to get rid of a couple of these so we could have had more mana. Or just have not get discarded.
Your Demasia's nothing like what I know.
But that's okay. Hey, jump. Yeah, that's what I was trying to. Maybe just bad luck. Possibly, yeah. I mean, I think she is normally pretty solid, Annie. Alright, let's keep playing this because we want to play all of our spells. They just keep giving us more, but that's okay. All the final sparks.
One step ahead.
We will sacrifice you.
Hold the line.
Guess we could have done it with our Lux. Jink Relic, Ludens, Annie versus Lissandra. Interesting. The one issue is they cost so much. Because you don't get the cost reduction from Jinx. Jinx has them go down to a 1 cost. I mean, we could just attack.
Cause is righteous.
GG. Annie is very nice with the Relic for Misfortune and 2 Ludens. I still need a second Ludens on this account, which is hilarious that I have it on my low-level account. But I haven't seen it in my Emporium in forever. More cost reduction. Sounds good. Alright, come on. Slow but steady. It's another spell we can play every round. More spirit, sure. We could play this for free, and that one would be cheap. I think we're fine, though. Let's go for more champion items. So, Nautilus with Power Overwhelming.
They will know my name.
Annie with 3 Ludens. I have pretty much all the relics. I have all the epic relics, yes. Let's actually get rid of both these. We want them later. And I have at least 1 copy of every relic except for Spatula, because I don't care about Spatula. So yeah, it doesn't entice me to get Spatula at all. Spatula's terrible. Alright, let's drop our 1 cost Lux.
We can do this.
Let's play this for the cost reduction. Or refill, I guess. Let's play this for the plunder. Let's then play this one, and we might actually be able to get everything. Let's drop this here.
I've been hiding my life too long.
Oh my word. It's so many lasers.
A beacon through the dark.
What's the best 3-star Elise build? Is it boost build or something else? I don't actually use the Fear Cleaving Axe. So right now, you go for Dreams of Yordles. You go for... I think you go for Scout. And I think you go for Spirit of the Buru. I think that was the build I used last time, and it was very good. If you get Spatula, then people could use it and sabotage your monthly. Yes, that is definitely what's going to happen. And yeah, if I needed to, I could ban it, but also it's just... I never want to use it. I'll wait until they change it. Is Gale Force is available in the Emporium right now? Gale Force is available, like it's in the possible pool.
Let's brighten up
So
their
yes, you
day.
can potentially get it. Also, this is an OTK. Pretty sure this was round 1 and we just annihilated them.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
Oh goodness. All the lasers. More copies of this. Perfect. Hello, Jonesy. We don't actually want the increased cost. Sure, we'll go for Hardy Rations because we have a massive amount of health, so we can actually not be worried about taking blocks with her. Let's get rid of the Prodigy. We normally don't want to play it. Alright, Zed with Perfected Mana Flow.
You've chosen well.
Luigi Vidi 89, thank you for the follow. Bright Steel. Yeah, this is okay. At least it's not Duplicate Zed. Yeah, and even if it was Duplicate Zed, it's not the worst spot to get Duplicate Zed. That's when it's the last 3. Can we kill him immediately? I don't think so. Let's get Lux on the board.
Time for this candle to flicker out.
I'll melt away your shadows.
We'll play this first for the cost reduction. Alright, well, we're not going to be able to play that one. Let's start playing some of these. This is probably going to make him attack. Oh, nice. Alright, so Zed is dead. Actually, let's hold off on playing that. Sure, that's fine. Because we might need that 2 mana for something else that is about to happen. At least I hope it happens this way. We're trying to clear out our hand to make room, because we're about to get a whole bunch more lasers.
No more holding back.
Alright, so we got our double Wuju style. So it gives us 2 more, each costing 1. So by saving the mana and not spending it over here, we can get 2 more lasers going. The entire deck is fleeting because we got... Well, it's not the entire deck, it's just the spells. We got Mage Seeker's Clearance. Huh, didn't know that's what the power was called. Anyways, so all of our spells are fleeting, but when we play a spell that isn't Final Spark, we make a Final Spark. This is going to level us so we can get our rally.
Pushing my limits.
Yeah, this is round 1. So we now have our rally, even though we don't need it, because we just have Final Sparks. GG.
The superior tactic is to never give up.
But it's only an epic power, so legendary that gives you gold has to be better. Totally. Oh man, so that was something. Power Rift again, so we can have a 0-cost Lux. That's going to be very nice, having more mana for our spells. We can keep being crazy. This one doesn't actually help us at all, because it's just the same thing Lux's power already is. Let's do a reroll. Alright, I guess we'll go for the Survey Core. Yeah, I really want to get slow but steady. So, Fizz with Unyielding Determination.
Let's go paddling.
Yeah, doubles your mana refill, which is normally already completely refilling your mana, so it going off twice doesn't really help you. Let's get rid of Deny and Vanguard Sergeant. Are we actually not getting our Lux? Huh, guess not. Let's do this one first because it's the most expensive. I mean, we could play this, or we could play Double Succession. Yeah, I think I'd actually rather get this. Uh-oh. What are you going to make us discard? One of our 0 costs? Somewhat more fine with him making us get rid of our Key Guardian, because these are both lasers. It's fine. Oh, it's gonna make us get rid of our laser. Lame. Alright, does he have a 0 cost to stop this? Nope. Alright, so he's dead. What are we gonna get? Is it gonna be a Lux? No, it's not. Sad. Oh, we got Scout though, so this still might be an OTK. I guess we could have used our Feral Prescience first for our predict, and then used our draw to make sure we drew what we wanted. So yeah, we're still gonna win. This is gonna make us draw a spell, which we don't have mana for. But again, it shouldn't matter.
And contain.
For the fallen!
Yeah, let's get our scout attack off. I guess with the extra
For the fallen!
with the extra health, they will barely survive.
Affirmative.
Ah, close. Yeah, Lux is normally not really required in our own deck, to be honest. At least this Lux.
Let me at it.
So let's actually don't want to use this first. It would let us know what we're drawing, but we don't want to use it on a 0-cost spell.
Betricide, protect me.
Alright, so we did that to give double cost reduction for our Lux.
We can do this.
So we're having to use it on a 0-cost spell, sadly. Yeah, we can try to kill him.
A beacon through the dark.
So we won't quite be able to end this round, but we'll just be able to attack. Yeah, that stupid extra health bar keeping us from getting our OTK.
Take my steel!
Oh, well, GG. That is one of the great things about this deck, is how you don't have to go for Lux if you don't want to.
Did we win?
It's one of the few decks that's pretty much just as good without the main champion in it. My fastest ever ASOL, I don't actually remember offhand. I know my fastest Lissandra is like 5 minutes, and I think ASOL's about the same. Shop. I've never really tried to go that hard for it before, though. We could potentially get this. Well, it would activate with some of our cards. Alright, let's get unstable. And... now we're good. Alright, Yasuo.
My destination. I'll tell you when I get there.
Teemo, I think, is... cut Luxy here. Teemo, I think, is my fastest ASOL run. Yeah, I've normally tried to do, like, a build to go for the fastest. But then I'll, like, do that, get a really good time, but then not try to do, like, multiple runs to, like, beat it. So I know for a lot of them, I could have gotten it lower, but it just doesn't really matter that much to me.
Always by my side.
The sun is shining. We should.
Alright, so we have Lux.
Never gets in my kind of list.
We will play this. Well, I guess let's
Never back down from what you believe.
take the block first, because we already have barrier. Then we can drop this for the mana. Sure, let's just kill him there.
Fall won't leave.
We'll be able to get Plunder off, so we can play our assembly line.
Beacon through the dark.
We'll have mana for Key Guardian. We should use our Feral Prescience. Before that, though. I don't even have level 2 Nidalee. Feels bad. Especially all the people that... so many got... oh, that freaked out there. So many people got the Spectral Scissors after they nerfed them. Which we all knew was going to happen. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this here.
I've been hiding my light too long.
Disciple of Shadows is really good. We don't have quite enough mana. Also, Planar Golden Aegis is going to give us more lasers.
A beacon through the dark.
That would be something fun that they could do, is like, if they give this Lux a Constellation, make it so every time you play a Final Spark, it increases the damage of all future Final Sparks by like 1 or 2. So if you're going for a build where you're just blasting them off, they just hit harder every time.
Glow.
I think that'd be pretty fun. I'm still looking forward to getting Spectral Scissors. Want to play it on Nora? Yeah, it's still a very good relic.
Is to never give up.
And make them burst cast. Yeah, that would be pretty good. I guess let's go for the draw. All right, Draven with Power Overwhelming.
Welcome to the League of Draven.
Yeah, Slow But Steady would counter that. Which, that is something that they should do if they give Lux a Constellation, is make that the power she gets baseline, is Slow But Steady for her 4-star. That would be so good. But even if they do Sorcery, then you could play a 6-cost spell round 1. So, pretty good. Alright, let's play our free Lux.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
It's like we could play this, and we would have mana for both of them then. Remembrance is actually super cheap. Yeah, this will be okay.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
By the light.
Oh, this is a pretty fun build. I mean, we did get lucky with the Mage Seeker, but even without that, we were still blasting through this.
Pushing my limits.
So it looks like full build is a reward again for a quest. I assume we just receive Stardust instead. Yes. Yeah, you get 300 Stardust.
A beacon through
On what champions are the new scissors good? I used it on Viego, but apart from that, I have no clue. Yeah, so it's good for Viego. It is good for Nora. Still good, well, still potentially good for Nidalee. Haven't actually tried it on Nidalee. Nidalee has a bit of a hard time because 2 of her relic slots are a little bit more set in stone. Like, normally you want to run Lost Chapter, and then often for the second one you want to go for Crown Guard, but you could switch it off for Corrupted Star Fragment. Yeah, Nidalee is another one. I know there's some more.
as we practice, team.
Like, it's definitely worse for Nidalee than it was before without their super broken build. I think there's potentially still a place for it.
For you and one for you.
Affirmative.
Because it can help trigger her level up still, so it is still beneficial.
I brought my own fireworks.
I think it could be good, especially if you don't have the Transmogulator. I think Transmogulator is probably like better than it for Nidalee. Can be good for Misfortune. Misfortune is another one that's very good on. You summon another one of your little minions, your monkeys. Can be okay for Gwen. Not really best, but good. All right, Reliant Soul.
Naturally.
Yeah, Ornn. Ornn is another one that is amazing. You can copy your RAM, so it's huge. Yeah, Ornn is definitely solid. One bad thing with unstable inventory is you don't see the upgrades until like after the match starts. That one is a little sad. The more I play Lissandra, the more I hate the like anti-spam mechanic. The cost increase is just so annoying for so many champions. It's like, that's unnecessary.
The light side you.
I wish that wasn't the case.
Bring the others. Affirmative.
Alright, let's see what we want in a predict. I think the assembly line would be okay.
They're here. Sound the alarm. Call for reinforcements.
Huh, that's true too. I didn't realize it had an extra draw on it. Alright, let's get our plunder effect off. Oh, it's gonna manifest. Let's start trying to burn through some of these.
Call for reinforcements. By the light.
Free up our hand a little bit. It's getting a bit too overcrowded. Does it nerf or even... Does it deserve a nerf? Okay, goodness, I was fucking struggling there. Does it deserve a nerf or even being removed in your opinion? I think it deserved a nerf before, yes. Because otherwise, it was just by far the best build in the game. And so you would just use that, try to hope you get stabilize, and then use that to annihilate the enemy nexus.
Reinforcements. No more holding back.
And it was just, if one thing is better than everything else, then there's no point in taking anything else. Oh, the anti-spam? I was talking about the other one. Yes, I think it would be nice if that was removed, because it's not really fun to play around. It's just like, oh, okay, so that happened. Like,
Bring the others. Affirmative.
huh, so it doesn't actually remove the fleeting. We just use a spell to take away fleeting, but it doesn't actually matter. Interesting.
Bring the others. Affirmative. Better. Brighter than before.
Yeah, stupid aura.
Here. Sound the alarm.
Alright, can we get an OTK?
Affirmative.
Looks like it.
As we practiced.
Because, yeah, we're killing him and we still have a whole nother attack. Oh, man. Well, that was good.
Did we win?
Well, it's a definitely solid Lux build. I'm glad that the Epic Relic works for both versions of Lux. I don't know, get more frustrated that you obliterate your whole team just as you thought you had your last chance. Yes, but because of the mana nerf, you're more likely to get to that point. If they didn't have the cost increase, then you could probably end games before they get to the 9 mana that spell costs. Can you test Janna with Icon of Val here? Possibly, yes. Lux, very good, fun build. It does take all 3 of your slots, so you don't really have any flex picks if you want to run this, but just starting off with 4 mana and then snowballing that into even more mana, really, really good. Got a little silly there at the end, but even in the first while before we got those crazy powers, Lux was still destroying. Very solid. Yeah, if they don't change anything and they give her a Constellation, yes, you would have 5 starting mana, so you could play your Lux round 1. What did I... Okay, good. I'm a little bit worried about completing the one quest to get the Golden Reliquary, because I now have them all. And the stuff you get from a golden reliquary when you have everything is pretty terrible. Let's see here. Yeah, we can go look at Janna with Icon. All right, so this is a power, so Janna doesn't actually need to be on the board. So that's not bad. Do we want to go for anything else? I still think I want to get Janna on the board. And yeah, her spell, if this was a like attack spell or damaging spell, I'd probably go for Grand General's Counterplan. But it's not. Without the anti-spam, I think Lissandra wouldn't be hard enough as the final boss. Potentially. Found Fortune is still good. Yes. But if we want to get Janna on the board round 1, then we can't use it. Which that's what I'm currently tossing back and forth, is whether or not I want to replace these with any other relics. So yeah, Found Fortune is solid. I do like the Packed Powder. Do like the general cost reduction. There is Spellweavers we could go with. P and Z, I think, has a lot of removal spells. Let's actually go and look. Because Spellweavers is also a zero cost spell, so that could be really solid. Let's just double check. All right, P and Z, all, which I mean should be everything. All right, so actually not that many removal spells. There's some, but there's also just a bunch of random ones as well. But it is still a free card. But they aren't elemental, right? True. Most of those weren't elemental, or if they were, they weren't damaging. They were... Some of them are technically elemental, but not... Will this work? Yeah, so these two are the only elementals, and this one's damaging, this one is elemental but just summoning a card. So, Janna specific card. Spellweavers on Janna is definitely solid though, or should be, because it's a zero cost card. When you gain the attack token, I think we'll try this out first, and then we might replace Icon with Spellweavers after. But yeah, let's test out Janna. This should be solid. Sure, let's go in here. Price of Progress should be fun. Which are the best champs to use Cosmic Blessing on? I mean, whoever you're struggling to level. Bouncing Blades. It's not going to be Elemental. Higher Education is actually going to give us a ton. if we could get some cost reduction. Well, our spells are going to cost less because of the power, so this will be free. So a free spell every round, not bad. Let's see. All right, arena. For elemental spellweaver spells that do damage, Bilge has 2, PNZ has 1, Freljord has 1, and Noxus has 1. Let's get rid of one of that and that there. I got so many blessings now, I feel like I can just spam it without thinking. Yeah, that's same. Alright, let's get our plunder off. Let's drop this and yeah, reroll both these. Sadly, they have nothing for us to hit. Yeah, the more I play Janna, the more I feel like she's kind of overpowered. She is definitely rough when you're leveling her up, but once you start getting epic relics going, I feel like she is so strong. So 4 damage to a unit without having to do anything. That's fairly nice. Let's go ahead and drop that.
My tempest shall punish the wicked.
And yeah, this will deal 5 to the enemy nexus. So we could just drop this already. I think we'll hold off though.
Together we shall watch over those who need us.
With Janna, pretty often you can just make it so almost every single card you play is just cost reduced. So you're getting so much more value over the enemy. If we already buy every golden reliquary available to us, is there any other way to accelerate unlocking epic relics? So there's a good amount of quests that are in the game now that give you golden reliquaries. And there are bundles in the shop that have golden reliquaries in them as well. So if you really wanted to get them all, there are bundles where you could buy them. There's currently 3 different bundles that all, like the 4-star bundle for Volibear, Lux, and Misfortune, all have a golden reliquary there. So if you really want to get a bunch of them, you can. I don't find Janna fun without epics. With a couple epics, she's okay. She's definitely less fun without epics. I think with epics, she's way better than okay. I think she is very good. Like, you endgame so quickly. We'll go here because the mushroom clouds will be free. This one will be cheaper. It's a cheap spell we can play right away. It's killing an enemy. Yeah, let's go for Scion. Shop, Snapper, Healer. Let's head for the shop. So Intrepid Mariner. What's the build on Janna? So we're going for our same Packed Powder and Scourge of Stash. And we're trying out the Icon of Valhir. So our elemental spells and skills deal 2 extra damage. Let's actually reroll, I think, all of these. As Janna, you have a couple elemental spells and skills. Well, spells. And so they're just increasing the damage and making you a more removal-focused deck. Which, I mean, you're already pretty heavily focused on removal. It's just further doubling that down. Sure, let's just kill it. We'll have 1 mana left. She is very okay.
Hear me. You are not alone.
If by very okay you mean very good, then yes.
Citizen.
I don't know, maybe I've had really good luck with my Janna, but whenever I'm playing her, she just seems to be so good. Let's play this for some more draw. And like every time I play her, I'm just surprised by how good she feels.
Time. I need more time.
I like Janna unless it's against Lissandra.
Always
I
seeking
mean,
new horizons.
Janna's actually one of the best. Like, she's really good into Lissandra. I'm actually surprised because I always feel like she's going to be weak. Every single time I've gone into Lissandra with Janna, which I think is 3 times at this point, maybe 4, every single time I win.
The Zephyr heralds the squall.
How do you guys get all those ASL frags? I'm struggling to get past 40 wins. Well, I mean, yeah, it's winning the monthlies every time, but if you're struggling to do that, then that's definitely your problem.
A gentle breeze to ease your burdens.
Yeah, Janna's cost reduction can reduce the cost penalty and really offset it.
Time anomalies.
So even against Lissandra, and when you hit that increased cost, you're actually fine.
My tempest shall punish the wicked. Storm
I had bad
unrelenting.
experiences with her against Lissandra. Interesting. Yeah, her cost reduction can really help balance out the anti-spam. Yeah, let's level up Scion.
Is this what passes for war?
Oh, I hope we get Scion in the game.
So pretty.
I cast
Well, I'll
thee
be
out.
doing all of the monthlies live on stream, and then also putting out a guide for them once I'm done.
Downtrodden rise. Let this draft guide your hand.
There's definitely some combinations that it's actually good to look at a guide, because if you're doing the monthlies for the first time, some of those modifiers can be pretty tricky unless you actually know like the strategy for them, and then it makes it either very easy or just far easier than it would be.
Let the world.
Yeah, we're getting a bunch of rewards this time. It's going to be great. Lux 4-star for V2 is insane. Actually, only Lissandra survived up to the 5th turn. Everyone else got stomped before that. Yes. She does a ton of damage. So, spells... No. This is actually pretty good for Janna, because you have a lot of draw. This would be a 1-cost spell. It actually isn't bad. I think we're fine, though. Alright. Caretaker. Seems like most players are either a fan of Janna or Nila. They do similar things but different. I'm much more of a Nila fan. Possibly. That would be an interesting survey to try to do for people to see if, yeah, they like one and don't like the other. I think they're both good. Yeah, I definitely prefer Janna myself.
I am one with the land.
Alright, so let's just immediately kill that. We can discard this one and do damage here for plunder. Always want to kill the caretaker as soon as possible. It just can scale out of control. Perfect, they didn't have another one. Alright, updraft both of those. I like both, I like both of you. Yeah, there goes the theory. Sad. Alright, a bit overkill, but sure. Let's go ahead and drop this here.
My vortex shall consume you.
We can discard this to kill that right there. All right, and that is GG. Nice. I mean, 2 people is a small sample size, yeah.
With wind in our sails, onward.
I haven't had much success on Nila. I feel like Janna keeps scaling while Nila doesn't. But I haven't played Nila much, so that might be on me. Yeah, I feel like Nila is... They can be very strong, and I feel like they're one you need to play a lot more and get a lot more practice with. My issue is since I have to hop around all the different champions for content, I don't really get to play a champion for very long necessarily, which can be difficult for some of the champions that are more meant for you to play them a while. This will be free because cards cost 2 less, or they're supposed to. So free, and it has draw. Not bad. All right, healer. Let's actually cut this. We're probably never going to play it. And Swain.
Show them their place.
Both Nila and Janna don't have a real win con with their decks, but they have powerful draw effects. Both rely on and enjoy the benefits of relics. This one, and these are okay. The moment I started to run Corrupted Star Fragment on Nila, I started to enjoy her much more. Yeah, Corrupted Star Fragment is very nice. I think I had the same thing when leveling her. That was actually the funny thing. So I think both of them came out with Volibear. And I was leveling through Volibear, and I was like, man, I'm leveling him so quickly. I'm going to level the other 2 so fast as well, because the other 2 are going to be much more early game focused, whereas Volibear is a scaling deck. Well, it's actually not how it turned out, because with Volibear, I actually was able to end games faster than Janna and Nila, because, yeah, they're struggling to have that win condition. So Corrupted Star Fragment definitely helps out with that. All right, let's try to draw a card, see if we can get something good. All right, let's try that again. So we're actually going to go for the Serpent, just so we have a unit on the board to get our buff effects from playing the cost reduced cards. That's good. Now we have our Janna and can't play her. Oh no, because she got cost reduced. Perfect.
You called and I answered.
This is the thing I love about Janna, is just going on like long sprees where you're constantly drawing more and then playing more for free.
Storm unrelenting. Blown away.
All right. Not too bad. Nila is probably the most complex deck in Path Champions to pilot. I think she's up there. I don't know if I would immediately say the most.
Let this draft
I feel like
guide your
Kindred
hand.
could be more difficult. But yeah, that's one that I'm not... haven't thought about too much, but Nila's definitely up there. Yeah, to play her well, it's definitely one that takes more time than many other champions. Definitely. What's the difference between the rare and epic remitter node? Not sure offhand, to be honest. I am not sure. Some of those nodes I don't really think have a difference. Like, I think an epic healer and like a rare healer are pretty much the same. Sure, let's just do this here and free up our hand a little bit. Evelyn is kind of difficult because you need to manage her level ups. Evelyn, there's a very specific way you need to play her, but once you know that very specific way, then she's pretty simple. But it's pretty much the same thing every time. Whereas for Nila, I feel like it fluctuates a lot more.
I rally the mighty wind.
But you definitely need to be paying attention with Evelyn, definitely.
I cast
Because yeah, there's a very specific way you need to be playing her. I think Nila is harder to understand. Janna, you just play all Coster's cards. Nila, there's more going on with her fleeting discard mechanic. Yes, I would say Nila is definitely more complex or more difficult to play than Janna. Definitely. Don't really care about that. I think I'll actually just go for this Savage Shield. These are all fine, but they're all very unit focused, and I want something more spells focused. Let's try a reroll. Okay, higher education, fine. Champion or Remitter? I think we'll go for the champion, so Minotaur Reckoner. Set maybe is a bit complex, not as much as Nila, but you have to count in your head. Doing the addition makes it more complex than 90% of champs. He's on the upper half, definitely, of more complex champs. What helped me a lot with Nila was trying to understand that I was putting back what I was putting back into the deck, and the odds of what I was going to draw, what I was going to duplicate.
Need a second.
Thanks, Dre. Thanks for the continued sub. Appreciate the support. Let's see. Divine Whirlwind. We want to be able to play our Janna. So I think let's play this to kill that, and then this one to get the cost reduction. Perfect. Having never played Nila, she does seem pretty confusing. Kindred is super fun though, yeah.
You called and I answered. Storm unrelenting.
Oof, that's a lot of damage. I also don't want to get stunned. So I think let's just attack right away. Most of their stuns are slow speed or from units. So let's just try to not get hit by that and do as much damage as we can.
I am with you.
Let's do... We're just gonna do as much as we can. And we'll maybe end the game. GG.
A gentle breeze.
Oh, man.
ease your burdens.
Hey Toast, super champ dependent. I know it's super champ dependent, but which adventure would you say is overall easier, Thresh or Kaisa? I mean, yeah, that is one that's very champ dependent. I would normally go for Thresh, but yeah, that one is very dependent on what champion you have, definitely. Because for some, Thresh is way harder, and for others, Kaisa is way harder. In general, I would lean towards Thresh being easier. But yeah, that is a very champion-reliant question. Huh, making the enemy discard. That's always fun. Sure, we won't be able to buy this then, but still okay. Yeah, let's leave. More champion. Fantastic. So, Savage Reckoner. The issue isn't the final boss, the issue is the mini boss. Yes, it's what's more difficult, Tridimir or Aurelia. That is very true. It's much less the final boss. It's everything else. I found card draw to be less useful in Path of Champions than in typical card game formats. I usually have more cards I need to close out the game, and sometimes overrun my hand limit. Yes, card draw isn't as big of an issue. That being said, it's still something you need to make sure you have like a minimum amount of, because when you start just completely running out of cards to play, it feels terrible.
Hear me, you are not alone. No one's the wiser.
I think let's actually play this and see what we get, see if we can get some free things to play.
Storm unrelenting.
Perfect. Oh, I love how much you can play for free. Well, that card bugged out. Let's try to get some more draw going. There we go. Got rid of it there. You could just play so much with Janna. It's so much fun. Yeah, I do like the spam your decks. And like with Janna, it's fun because to me it has a little bit of everything. It has that removal, and I think removal is very fun. It has a lot of draw. It has cost reduction. It has so many little bits that all come together, just make it a lot of fun in my opinion. Alright, they're stunning us, but I mean we can just attack and end the game. It's fun to cycle turn 1 KO. It's not fun when Revelia does it to you. Yeah. Morning, elated Pengu. Hope you're having a great one. This week's going to be amazing for people needing the level champs. Yes. Anyone really that has a lower level account, well, everyone, there's so many rewards right now to go through and play. It's, yeah, really good. If I had the time, I would also go and be leveling up my low level account right now. But with all the things I've had to do on my main account, I just haven't had the time, sadly. We can get rid of the Rocket Barrage. Alright, Tom Kench.
It is my mouth into which all travels end.
If your champs and their relics fit the following, go Aurelia Kaisa, low cost, aggro, tons of removal, high sustain, low cost control. I'm not getting past challenge 6 without using one of my stronger champs. My 0-star and 1-stars won't win. I mean, yeah, sometimes the lower level challenges, they have a couple in there that are actually difficult. Just decked myself with set by accident by playing the wrong spell. Oof. Does one of Kaisa's star powers really give 2 extra starting mana, so you start with 4? No. Like, yes, but no. That is upgrading your second star power. So it's in addition to that. So your second star power gives you 1 extra mana, and that 5th star power gives you another 1 extra mana. It's just improving the spell you already have. It's not 2 different ones that are stacking on top of each other. So it's like, yes, but no. Let's try to draw, hopefully hit our Janna. Yes, the monthlies were originally made as endgame content for people that had, yeah, big filled out accounts. So when you first unlock them, you shouldn't actually be able to clear the whole thing. Like, that's not really how they were meant to work.
My wind is at your back. Go.
10 mana on Fizz weekly is going to be great for those struggling level, because it's almost as much XP as Galio, plus XP consumables giving is pretty great. Let's go here. If only I had a little bit more draw.
I cast thee out.
Still, that's a lot of damage turn one. So stupid with set, I got to run with counterfeit power, and I kept copying coins, only to realize I'm not drawing my units and spells, just coins. Yeah, that's something. Counterfeit production is something you really have to be careful with, because yeah, you can screw yourself over with that power, definitely.
Let this draft guide your hand.
This is going to be overkill because he's going to die 2 different ways, pretty much. Well, we could play a bunch of things, but it's not needed. GG.
With wind in our sails, onward.
Yeah, any Chemtech champion, they're super easy to level now in the 1 weekly. Alright, so the icon, I think it's fine for Janna. I don't think it's really going to be the relic I want to run over other relics, though. I think I'd rather go for Found Fortune. I think I would rather go for Spellweaver Symphony, which I haven't tested out yet, but I think having a just 0-cost card would probably help more. It is nice for improving your Howling Gales and your Divine Whirlwinds. That being said, this was definitely a time where I didn't draw that many of them. And I think it could be helpful, especially into Lissandra, potentially, to be able to kill some of her bigger units. But I think outside of Lissandra, normally you have enough removal. I mean, even in Lissandra, quite often you have enough removal as it is. So the extra damage isn't as impactful. So I think it's something you can use for Janna. I don't think it's necessarily the best relic to use on her. With the cost reduction, can most of Janna's units proc the Misfortune Relic? Not sure. Mostly overkill, but also just not the best option. Like, yes, she can use it, but there's a lot of other relics, especially epic relics, that I would rather use. Like, Found Fortune is fantastic. We could go ahead and test out Spellweavers, although I think since we just did Janna, let's go actually and test out Nila, since we have been talking about her, and Spellweavers is one that should work out decently well for her. Maybe. I mean, let's go take a look at Bilgewater. For her, it's a fleeting card, so it's going to get doubled. So that alone is nice. And then also, if you don't even use it, it's going to get shuffled into your deck to give you another fleeting next round. So it kind of can fulfill some of the same functionality as like a Spade. Bilgewater, all cards, spells. So some removal. We have stuff like the list, which is very good. Pretty general assortment. But most of them are useful, and even if you don't play them, that's actually fine. It's actually just exactly 2 mana. It's not 2 mana or less. Okay, I thought it was 2 mana or less. Answered Prayer, Bone Skewer, Ebb, Heavy Metal. Yeah, I think this would be fine. And with Nila, especially in the early game, you can sometimes struggle to have fleeting cards to play, especially if you're not running Gravediggers. And with Nila, you really need to get that snowball rolling of playing fleeting cards to proc your star powers. So I think this could be good. So let's go for Spellweavers. I think let's grab Construct Corrupted Star Fragment, because that's pretty good. Payload gives you so many fleeting. I don't think I'd really want to use Payload for Nila. I mean, we could always go for Gravediggers, which isn't bad. Payload is the best for fleeting draw now. Constellations. Each round, copy the first fleeting units or spells you play. Okay, so it's the 2-star. When you discard a card, create a copy of it in your deck and draw 1 fleeting at next round start. You just want to discard your entire hand with Payload, and then whatever he doesn't play gets shuffled back. We'll try it, because that's something I haven't ever used on Nila before. And you're someone that really likes your Nila. It's her best relic now, but yeah, it's a bit crazy. How do I unlock the Lux Epic Relic? So it's just the first of the bundles. You'll draw around 5 fleeting at next turn, so you don't need to play them all. The fleeting next turn, that just keeps the generation going. Yeah, it could be interesting. Let's play around with this. Could probably make it more specific and better, but we'll just, yeah, play around with this build. And sure, let's just go into the one with 10 mana, see how it goes. Yeah, the cheapest of the 3 bundles is the one that has the Lux Epic Relic in it. Well, okay. I mean, it is Nila. She does like gain duplicates. River Shaper. Let's get rid of Pool Shark. And Hired Gun. We're going to start with 10 mana, so we don't need as many cheap cards. I mean, getting your Tidal Invocation to cost nothing is pretty good, but let's just... yeah, drop our Nila.
And I smile.
We are going to draw so many at next round start. We really need to empty our hand, because otherwise this is going to get too much. And yeah, one of them is going to just consume the other. Well, doubling Nila's stats, I guess.
Even this is bliss.
We might.
Water changes, but
We might. Yeah, we might deck out. This is going to be a little rough, potentially. Yeah, we're... because cards that get obliterated, those aren't going to go back in our deck. Stop trying.
Behold the power of the seventh seal!
Use 3 Targons on Lissandra's release. Now I'm stuck with Leona for the new quest. Starforged Orb and Grand Children's Counter Plan. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go for some slot bots.
For a spin. Ha ha.
That'll be all right.
Can't leave until you win.
We could use a list. Let's just kill him.
A misstep.
Give it a whirl.
All right, so this should be a lot. We'll let that go through, but this should be a ton of damage.
Listen and water!
Good game.
Well, GG. Yeah, the overdraw doesn't go back in your deck. Overdrawing is the only way Nila mills herself. Yeah, that's the issue. It's like you're playing Janna. You have way more removal than you'll ever need. I mean, it's a bit more excessive just because we have 10 starting mana, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, having all the removal is nice. It's just when you're playing a normal game where you don't have all the excess mana, having to spend 2 mana is a little bit rough sometimes. So we can play Annie for free. Bard is fun though. Yeah, let's go for Bard. Sparring Student, Tasty Fey Folk, or Spells. Sure, let's go for some spells. So, Songstress. I often run Lost Chapter or Archangels with my payload builds. Let's get rid of this one. Do you really care about double Nila?
Oh, I've never met anyone
I
like
mean, it's
you.
good if they both can consume targets, but we're not really having targets for them to consume because we're discarding everything. I think, yeah, let's go for double Bard. I'm so used to that starting a free attack that I'm kind of confused that it didn't. Yeah, we can drop our Nila, we'll get some more removal, and we can then kill some of these.
Horrors, and I smile.
You do want to get some of those pow-pows out of your deck, so spell mana is great. Oh, they're all elusive. We'll kill this one first, and then let's go ahead and kill that one. What even is the effect? When either player plays a spell, give their weakest ally elusive. Wasn't even paying attention to what the skills were. Goodness. Our Nila is going to die. Oh, surprising. I don't know why they did that. But okay, I guess. Thanks. Yeah, single Nila here is probably better. So we'll get 3 of these if we play it. We'll get 3 units if we play this. I think let's actually drop this here because we'll be able to buff up even more with the Tidal Invocation for the attack. Don't. Of all the things to grab, why did you grab that one? Can you play a unit, please? Oh, well. Yeah, we don't have quite enough. We could use this on our own bard to get a bigger unit, and then we have room to play something else. Sure. Sorry, bard. I'm currently grinding Teemo Adventure with Misfortune and her 6-star, the new epic relic. Brings me back to the days of playing MMOs and just kind of mindlessly doing something in the background to fill space. Doing it for the new epic reward, yeah. Has anyone completed the second quest to get 100 wins? Because what's the quest after that? Yeah, killing Bard to level our Bard. Do we want to just kill that unit? Yeah, I kind of think so. There we go.
Lead on.
Ah, GG.
The river bends.
It is
but
1,000
never
wins?
breaks.
1,000 for a diamond vault. Okay. Yeah, everyone was like, this better be 1,000 because... Yeah, it went from like 10, 100, so yeah. 1,000 wins for a diamond vault. Well, yeah, at least you have something to grind towards. I mean... Gives you something to do. Making this cost less, that's fine. Legion Saboteur. Long-term goals, yeah. I got about 50 wins over the weekend. I've been trying to actually do it a little bit less because I kind of don't want to get that unlocked until I have another epic relic to get. We can get rid of a couple of these. I think let's drop the slot bot because it's going to get massive stat increases next round. So the Spellweavers hasn't mattered
Everlasting.
as much just because we are having such massive draw from the loose cannons payload. I don't actually want to kill them
With me.
yet
Searching for some winners.
because they're going to get a bunch of stats later. So yeah, let's not actually kill them at the moment. It's more of an achievement for long-term, not actual mission. Yeah, kind of. They really should create a inventory addition to the game. We get all the relics and vaults. You want to choose if you open them or which to open? Yeah, that'd be nice.
Whoa, I can see the magic.
So we can drop... We'll actually get 3 bards. We wouldn't have room for this, actually, because it's going to make 2 because of the duplicate, and then 1 more, but then also the tentacle. So yeah, let's just drop Bard. As a brand new quest, it seems like a lot, but for a new player, it's kind of the thing you just naturally get over time without thinking about. Yeah, I think it's a good addition to the game. Because this just gives you, yeah, a long-term goal you can just work on, which I think is good. So yeah, these will all get shuffled back in. I mean, we could have killed some more people. But just give us more next round.
Behold the power of the seventh seal.
Come on, give it a try.
Alright, I think let's
Challenge.
go ahead and kill this. Let's try to get rid of some of their blockers. Alright, GG. Nice. As a brand new quest... Oh, I already read that one.
Never bends, but never breaks.
Yeah, it's good to have those sorts of long-term goals. That's something the game needs, is just more quests, more events going on. Because it's really fun when you're first starting playing. It's like, oh, there's so much to do. But it does feel a little rough when you're like, okay, I've completed everything. Yes, I still have some champions I can go level, but I would want to level them in new content, and I just can't do that. Or content that's not even if it's not new, but something that's giving me a reward. It's just fine power. I think we can actually cut the bird. Alright, Zoe. Yeah, I'm surprised how much collecting is part of the fun of Path of Champions. Yes, it's a very rewards-driven game. Like, you're playing for the fun of playing, but you're also playing because you're constantly getting something, whether that is completing quests, getting level ups, getting new shards for more champions, new relics. Like, it's very much the point of the game. So we'd have this go off twice and immediately kill it. I mean, we are going to get a bunch of removal from our Nila. Yeah, I think let's once again play this first, get 2 of them. Alright, Nila will discard everything, and then we have some mana left over for some pow-pows. Ooh, spell shield, don't like that. Alright, not terrible. We'll just take this hit. Yeah, that's my current goal, is to finish level 30 everyone. The only people not unlocked yet is Pike and Susan. Yeah, getting everyone to level 30, well, it definitely used to be a very long grind. It's not quite as bad these days. Sure, let's just go for a whole bunch of bards. Yeah, there's some games that, while you are playing for the fun of it, you're also kind of not. You're playing for a purpose. Alright, so we still have one more fleeting. I think we might actually want to use the list. That's why I'm holding up on the Mystic shot. But yeah, this is the one that got made by Symphony. Since we have so many other fleeting, it's been hard to kind of like pick out or pay attention to what the new one is.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the roses.
An exuberant flow.
Alright, so let's get rid of both of these. I will eat one of the bards and then attack like this. Sadly, not quite enough to end. Yeah, Payload and Symphony might not have been a good combo. Yeah, I just wanted to test them both out. But they're both kind of competing for doing the same thing. The epic relic we're using is Spellweaver Symphony. So right here, when we gain the attack token, we get a random spell that costs 2 from your regions in hand, and it costs 0 and is fleeting. We're kind of running out of cards, actually. We don't have room for 2 of these, so we definitely don't want to play it. I think we'll just pass.
Reality is just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand, silly! Paradigm shift time!
Let's do this just to reduce down the attack a little bit, since we have the enfeebling. So yeah, I'll definitely need to do another one later that's testing out Spellweaver Symphony without Loose Cannon. Alright, let's overdraw like crazy. Also give us a whole bunch of chimes. Fantastic.
Joyful and swift. Behold the power of the seventh seal.
Alright, so we'll just go ahead, attack with our Overwhelm.
Dance with me.
Come on, give it a try.
And that honestly should just be enough on its own to end the game. Though I guess Overwhelm's not as important when we have the Brash. Oh, well, they still would have been able to buff up. Yep, GG. The nice thing about the Nila buff is that it's pretty much always a good move to just play your slipstreams now. Yeah, as long as you're not overdrawing,
This is the
that
greatest
is
of joys.
pretty good. The Nila buff is very nice, because yeah, before you really would just end up milling yourself quite often. It was very frustrating to play. Excavator's Charge seems fun. So we do draw a lot, so this will give us massive stats. Trifarian would give us a bunch of removal. Somewhat. A lot of the things we're playing actually don't trigger this. Gearing up would also give us some good cards. I think we'll go for Higher Education, though. We're going to have so much draw. It's going to make our units massive. Let's go down here for the Remitter. Alright, Slotbot. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think let's go for the slot bot again with all the cards we're drawing, especially with the new power we have. These are going to be absolutely massive
Let's play.
later. So we could do this as a fleeting spell this round. I mean, it's kind of not needed, fortunately. Yeah, I think let's just go ahead and drop our Nila. Discard all of these.
Joy, unbounded.
Why does every Nautilus get 7 Devourers of Death? I don't know. I've never noticed that many before. Normally I just see 1 or 2. Next monthly should get me 4-star Aurelian Soul. Nice. Yeah, I don't really want to consume these yet. Pretty much none of these can block our Nila, though. Alright, so this is the biggest unit. Let's get rid of their elusive and also get a massive attack in.
Dance with me.
Ah, Nila got buffed up more than the slot bot. Sad. 4 damage. Solid. What did I? This one's fleeting, so let's play this first, just because we're going to get 3 units from it, which is pretty solid.
Joyful and swift.
Alright, get that one a little bit lower, so we can also kill it. Also buff up our tentacle even more. Most of these are probably just going to get discarded. Sure, let's stun that. Or, yeah, damaging it down to the point where it's a 1-1. Not a big deal. Yeah, looks good. Hey, Toast, what would be your opinion? The best Vhagar build? Just got him 3 stars and struggling with Lissandra. Normally for Vhagar, I just go for Chemtech, Ludens, and Scourge of Stash. You want to try to get your Vhagar on the board early so he can start stacking up your darkness spells. The Chemtech Duplicator are really, really good for finishing off the game.
Submit to ecstasy.
Come on, give it a try.
And yeah, that's generally what I go with. I'm looking forward to the June monthlies. Since the update, I have a lot more champs to use. Yes, the June monthly should be pretty solid. So I think I'll actually take the stats of the Tentacle, because the other two have Overwhelm and also Barrage, so most of their units aren't actually going to be able to block. Pretty sure we haven't actually played anything yet. But that's fine. No, it's yet. Nothing they have should be able to block this, so we should be able to end the game right here.
Try me.
GG. I'm curious if the champs they plan to release but didn't like Rise or Kale are gone or are on the back burner to release eventually. Rise is an interesting playstyle. I wonder how they're going to pull that off. I mean, I feel like they probably have a rough plan for every champion. They probably have a little bit of a sketch of what they're thinking, and then some are further along than others. Some of them, they probably haven't had a good idea yet. They're like, okay, here's some things we can do, but nothing is really that exciting. And so, like, let's move on to someone else that we're more inspired about. So yeah, they probably have plans to bring everyone over, but some are going to be sooner than others. Rise could really be one that they haven't really figured out a good way to bring him in. And so yeah, he's just sitting on the back burner for now. We're probably never going to play Pool Shark. So they're doing more planning ahead of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Okay, memory game's fine. That's pretty good. This is okay, but yeah, I think we're good. We're fine. Yeah, let's go for the Poros. What's the best Shurima champ right now to beat Lissandra? Nidalee. Unless you have someone above 3 stars, it's going to be Nidalee. Hello, Joni Engineer, kind of. We're going up against the 3-star or 3.5-star weekly and testing out our Nila. Yeah, we'll go ahead and drop slot bot. Then we'll do our Nila.
I slay horrors and I smile.
Fiora and Katarina with Stalker's Blade will be problematic unless changed. Sure, but we already have so many strong things in the game. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Man, it's great that they're just having the affectionate Poro. Because if we kill one of them, they all get buffed up. So instead of having a variety, it's just, nope, it's nothing but this exact Poro. Oh, that's bad. The good thing, yeah, we have the Excavator's charge, so we're somewhat offsetting their increase in damage. Otherwise, they potentially could have killed us. Well, that's not great.
Follow along, little ones. Oh, we'll find you some.
I've got a lot of Stardust from the new update, and got another Golden Reliquary as soon as it was available, and got Spellweaver Symphony. I've never seen it good. I've never seen it before. Is it good on any champion? Yeah, it's good on the champs that get a lot of the attack token, because they can just keep getting more of them. So Vayne and Samira are solid, because it's also just good on champs that have those regions, especially Demacia. They have very good 2 costs. Yeah, I think let's drop this here. Also, it should be good on Nila as well as Janna, because Nila wants fleeting cards, it's fleeting, and Janna wants cost reduced cards and cost nothing.
So much to play for.
So we are going to attack, they're going to block, and then we're going to play Slipstream to buff up all of our units. And, well, I guess we should play it first, because that will also get this one buffed up. We're trying to rely on our higher education to just buff everyone. Even though we're overdrawing, it's massively increasing our attack. Yeah, GG. Perfect. Spellweavers is really good on ASL 2. Nothing needs it. Yep, another created card. So what's going to be the best Nidalee build now? Because the Sisters change. For me, I've been using Crown Guard, Transmogulator, and Lost Chapter on my Nidalee. Maybe good on Lee Sin. Lee Sin feels bad. Haven't tried it. I thought that too, but if you look at the 2 cost spells for his region, they are terrible. Half of them are just recalls. And so it wouldn't actually play out that well for you. So yeah, I don't think it on Lee Sin is going to be as helpful as we would like. Let's level up. Sure, let's just go out of the gates, get something right away. It could give us our Nila, who might then discard the hand, which would be funny. What else do I want to get rid of? I mean, we never really playing this. Oh, it Fizz.
Let's go paddling.
Ionia spells are so bad for Spellweavers, unfortunately. The only Ionia that can kind of run it is Set, but even then doesn't feel amazing. Yeah. Which is sad, because I feel like Ionia could be one of the best ones to utilize it as far as their builds, but it's not great. You still use it on Lee, but immediately look at adding different regions, because yeah, the Ionia pool sucks. Rough. Alright, I still don't really want to do double Nila. We could, well, I was going to say we could try to do the list, but he's just going to block it. Let's go for Hired Gun for a lot of blockers. Then drop our Nila. We'll get the burst speed spells so we can kill both of them. They won't be able to do anything. Pour one out for all of my Lee Sin fans. All like 2 of them. I don't think there's that many people that actually like Lee Sin too much. Which is sad. I feel like him with Constellations will be really good, because he's so close to being a good champion that if they just can somewhat fix his issues, he'll be great.
You point, I shoot.
So we're gonna have too many units. So Bard has bigger stats. This has Overwhelm. Yeah, I think we'll drop this for now. Lee Sin is okay. I play him into specific monthlies that he excels out and feels pretty great. Yeah, I mean, I played Lee Sin almost every single monthly because there are places you can use him, such as Chemtech Duplicator into any modifier where you start with 10 mana. That's normally a great place to use Lee Sin, especially early, because he's kind of too bad to use in many other locations.
Time to make some coin.
Perfect. Just the right amount. GG. Lee is my go-to Ionian discount champ.
Never breaks.
I think he gets the most from it. Potentially. I think it makes it tough because Lee has so many other champs that do the things he wants to do better, even in his own region. Yes. Master Yi is just the better Lee Sin. Alright, so that was a interesting run. I really haven't put a lot of time into Nila recently. And I think Spellweavers is good. It was a little bit hard to notice how well it was doing during this run, especially since we were also using the Loose Cannon's payload. Loose Cannon's payload is pretty solid for Nila, since you're discarding your entire hand, you're just getting a whole bunch of fleeting cards then. Normally you can end games before you run out of the fleeting cards, so it can function better than like a Gravedigger Spade. Although Gravedigger Spade potentially is going to be better in longer matches, especially longer matches where your removal is not going to be as useful. But yeah, Loose Cannon's payload is definitely solid. And then the Spellweaver Symphony, I think it is going to be good, but couldn't really show it off as well in this match. I think it still came in pretty clutch. So yeah, still a solid relic. Yeah, 66 out of 100. This is, when I get through this, I'm probably gonna try to not open anything. Also, this is Win Adventures. If the monthlies count this, which I don't know if they will, I kind of think they will, but we'll see. And that means once I do the monthlies, this is going to go up a massive amount. So, gonna guarantee to get this. Monthlies count, yeah, that's what I figured. I mean, which is good. That means that these will be a lot easier to progress, because doing the monthlies once gives you the majority of this one, and then for the other one we need 1,000 wins. Doing those monthlies is going to be the best way to progress that as well. So that's actually pretty solid. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to work on a video later today breaking down constellations. And so I think what I'm going to be doing is try and tell people how to progress them, how to go through them. So for some tips that I'm going to say, be sure to try to save your wild fragments and not to use them to fully get a upgrade, but just to finish off an upgrade if at all possible. Letting people know that you can actually use wild fragments for every location that needs champion fragments, but the UI doesn't really let you know that until you actually have enough. So Ash here is actually the perfect representative of that. We need to let them know about the different currencies. So, where's the 5-star? I think it's up here. Yeah, the duck feet. How you need to use these. How you have your echoing crystal. And then where are it's this path over here with the gemstones. Imagine if they gave Lee Sin in his constellation gain an empty mana gem on twin disciples or twin disciplines. That would be very broken. Very, very broken. Yeah, just make it free is what they should do. Yes. That'd be the better use case for it. Who do you think has the best bonus stars? I think it's either Ash or Vex. I think Vex is probably the most improved out of everyone. There's so many good things you get. Like, just everything is fantastic. Damage and spells you acquire get charge instead rank 4 or rank 3, so it's 4 extra damage. Your 2 effects, I like that they both have when an enemy dies outside of combat for your 6-star and your 4-star. I think that is really good. Pretty much everything in Vex's kit dramatically improves her. So I think Vex is definitely the most improved out of everyone. Ash is definitely up there. Yeah, the left path is crazy for increasing your damage here with spells, increasing your damage even more, and you get your 4th star power, which benefits from both of these. Support champions have utmost despair. It's just like everything is either good or great, and most of it is great. All right, I think that is where I will end it for today, because I got to try to make a good, solid, in-depth YouTube video, so I got to record that later. But thank you all for hanging out with me. We're still going to be streaming every day, and then once the monthlies come out, probably going to stream all of those back-to-back every day. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a great rest of your day.